from the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
All right, I tell you, drought situation, we're going to try to put a big dent in it over the course of the next 10 days. At this point, pretty much Highway 69 is a dividing line between doing pretty good and not doing that well. And for this time of year, it's usually we still have to go through spring, which is normally wet. So normally we'd see this drop off anyway. But over the course of the next 10 days, we see a significant amount of moisture once again, mainly off to the east, where we're talking 3, 4 inches, 5 inches of rain in far eastern Oklahoma. Around the Tulsa area, we could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. That's a lot of water. And then 1 to 2 inches as you go through central Oklahoma, and even in 1 to 2 could extend all the way almost to the panhandle. So this could be significant because there's 2 very wet storm systems headed our way. One of them will start tonight. And of course, you can tell a little difference too in temperatures right now across Oklahoma. We're in the 60s. And then you get out to the west, we're in the 50s behind the cold front. You see some of the blue arrows. We're down to 48 in Guyman. So some colder air is coming in. It's not bitter cold Arctic air, which I can live without, and I can live without sleet. But we are going to have that boundary suddenly hitting some deeper moisture once it gets here in eastern Oklahoma. That'll flare up showers and a few rumbles of thunder, and I wouldn't be surprised that a few cells could have some pea-sized hail with them as that moves to the north and to the east. Notice the blue arrows, and so again, that's at midnight. Now sweep on through Tulsa and down to the southeast. But what's happening, and it's kind of interesting, the main part of the storm system is still out west. So up above, the winds are going to be out of the southwest, while the surface winds are coming from the north. So they're going opposite directions. So right at the surface it's going to be colder, while moisture is going to get funneled up over the top of that colder air. So we're going to have cold rain, thunder, lightning. That's going to be going on tomorrow. Picks up in intensity around noontime and into the afternoon, where we have a 90, almost 100% chance of rain. Again, further north and west, not as high. And wherever it's raining, we'll be in the mid-40s. Outside of the rain, we won't be all that bad. We'll be around 50 degrees or so. All right, so we get that into tomorrow night. Notice again a little bit heavier concentration, I-44 south and to the east, but we still have to go through on into Wednesday, so there's still some leftover rain. It'll be colder in the morning with 30s to 40 degree area. Idabel will be still at 52. Then the main part of the storm system has to come through on Wednesday, so we're still keeping our chances of rain relatively high. It's not quite as heavy except in pockets where it could be heavier, and so that has to come through, and then by late afternoon it drops off from the southwest to the northeast, and temperatures again, at least it's not sleet or something really wintry, but it's going to be cold and wet and pretty miserable. By Thursday, we have a northwest breeze and temperatures will be in the 50s. Then we have a reinforcement of colder air coming in early Friday morning. That'll get us down the 20s to around 30, gusty north winds and some rain or snow mixed across areas from Tulsa northeast. Shouldn't accumulate, but we might have a slick spot on a road or two on Friday morning northeast of Tulsa, mainly up into Missouri and eastern Kansas. So beware of that for Friday if you have travel plans. Friday afternoon, we'll start to see that leaving, and we'll be cold, but not bad. Sunshine and temperatures generally in the 40s. That gives you a pretty good feeling for what's going on. Odds of rain really kick up at midnight as that front comes in, drops off a little bit in the morning hours, then pops right back up through the afternoon. It stays high until we get into Wednesday afternoon when it finally starts to drop off. And then we start to see a little bit of a rain-snow mix potential for Thursday night into Friday morning. So that odds of rain or in snowflake or two, mainly northeast Tulsa, will be that time period. And then the next storm system's coming in. I have the chances a little bit low right now until we get more data, but looks pretty good for getting some significant amounts of rain. And what about temperatures? It's going to be interesting. We're going to drop off now and be cold for several days, and then right around Valentine's Day is when we have that second storm system coming through. And then we warm up right behind that, and then we get a lot colder beyond that. So it's going to be interesting how that all plays out. Temperatures today, we're generally on the mild side. Couldn't complain about what happened today. But then there's always tomorrow that we'll have to deal with. 59 and a little bit on the cool side, but that's still awesome weather for this time of year. By the time we're at midnight, showers and some thunderstorms popping up. By morning, some rumbles, rambling, thunder, rumbling thunder. There we go. And temperatures will be at noontime in the 40s and kind of a cold north wind blowing on through. Then off and on periods of showers and storms will continue. More rain, cold rain on Wednesday before tapering off in the afternoon. Slight chance of rain shower, snow shower Thursday night, Friday morning. And then next week, there's that next storm system. Pretty doggone active weather.
Yeah, we've never heard a rambling thunderstorm, but we'll listen for one.
Yeah, they're going to ramble on through. Yeah.